The ostrich occupies a space in the natural world that is simultaneously commanding and enigmatic. As the largest extant bird species, it has abandoned flight in favor of an entirely terrestrial existence, a choice that has shaped every aspect of its evolution. Standing as a sentinel over the African savanna, the ostrich moves through its environment with a combination of power and precision unmatched among terrestrial birds. Its story begins millions of years ago, tracing back to ancestors that retained wings but were gradually drawn to speed, endurance, and size over aerial maneuverability. From the moment of hatching, ostriches are primed for survival in a world where predators abound. Their chicks, though fragile in appearance, must navigate open plains teeming with lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. Early life is a lesson in vigilance. Eyes are proportionally large, scanning the horizon for movement, while the body grows rapidly, developing the strong legs that will define adult mobility. This emphasis on leg strength is the central feature of the ostrich's physiology. Unlike birds that rely on wings for protection or escape, the ostrich has invested evolutionary capital in powerful strides and explosive acceleration. The adult ostrich stands as a monument to adaptation. Towering over most other fauna at nearly 9 feet in height, its body balances mass with speed. Legs are muscular, built not only for running but for delivering lethal kicks to potential threats. Each stride can cover more than 5 meters, reaching speeds exceeding 70 kilometers per hour. The bird's skeleton reflects a compromise between stability and efficiency, lightweight enough to permit rapid movement, yet robust enough to absorb the impact of high-speed locomotion over uneven terrain. Vision plays an equally critical role in the ostrich's survival strategy. Large eyes, the largest of any land vertebrate, provide panoramic awareness of the surrounding environment. In the openness of the savanna, where cover is scarce, early detection of predators is essential. Ostriches rely less on stealth and more on anticipation, responding to threats with astonishingly rapid directional shifts. This combination of observation and explosive locomotion defines their ecological niche, not stealth hunters, but endurance-based escape artists. Despite being flightless, ostriches retain vestigial wings that serve multiple purposes. These wings are used for balance during high-speed running, display during courtship rituals, and thermoregulation under the relentless African sun. During mating season, males fan their wings, stomp their feet, and execute elaborate dances to attract females. These displays, while visually impressive, are also vital communication tools within social groups, signaling dominance, fitness, and territorial claims. Ostriches inhabit diverse habitats ranging from open savannas and deserts to scrublands and semi-arid regions. Their distribution is closely tied to food availability and nesting conditions. Unlike many species that rely on dense cover, ostriches exploit visibility, using their vantage point to scan for threats across vast distances. Nests are shallow depressions scraped into sandy soil, communal in some cases, where multiple females may lay eggs under the supervision of a dominant male. Incubation involves strategic shifts in parentage, with males often incubating at night and females during the day, balancing protection and temperature regulation. Feeding behavior reflects an omnivorous diet focused primarily on plant material supplemented by insects and small vertebrates. Ostriches consume seeds, roots, shrubs, and occasionally lizards or small mammals, using their beaks to grasp, tear, and swallow with efficiency. Water is obtained both from food and limited drinking opportunities, demonstrating the bird's remarkable adaptability to arid environments. This dietary versatility supports both survival during droughts and resilience to fluctuating food supplies. The ostrich's social structure varies seasonally and geographically, but generally revolves around small groups coordinated for protection and foraging efficiency. These groups may consist of a dominant male, several females, and juvenile birds. Communication occurs through a combination of vocalizations, body postures, and visual signals, enabling coordinated responses to predators. When threatened, the group relies on speed, maneuvering collectively to escape, rather than confrontation. Adult ostriches may confront predators only when cornered, using the formidable power of their legs to deliver deadly kicks. Ecologically, the ostrich plays a critical role in its habitat. It acts as both consumer and influencer, regulating vegetation growth while simultaneously serving as prey for apex predators. Its eggs provide nutrition for a range of scavengers and smaller carnivores, while its movement patterns aid seed dispersal across wide distances, indirectly shaping plant communities. Through these interactions, the ostrich emerges not merely as a survivor, but as a keystone species maintaining balance in open ecosystems. As the African sun sets across vast plains, the ostrich moves with quiet authority, a silent testament to endurance, speed, and evolutionary ingenuity. Its life, though grounded, tells a story as dramatic as any predator in the sky or land, a narrative of adaptation, survival, and ecological interdependence that has endured for millions of years. As the day unfolds across the savanna, the ostrich navigates a landscape both bountiful and unforgiving. Open plains expose every movement, every shadow a potential threat. Predators are a constant presence. Lions, cheetahs, hyenas, and jackals roam the same territory, assessing weaknesses and seeking opportunity. Unlike smaller birds, the ostrich cannot evade danger by hiding or flight. Its defense is anticipation, observation, and explosive speed. When a predator strikes, it is not cunning that saves the ostrich, but raw acceleration, powerful legs, and the ability to maintain high velocity over long distances. Migration in ostriches is subtle, often tied not to continents but to shifting resources. During dry seasons, they move across hundreds of kilometers in search of water, grazing areas, and nesting grounds. Their keen memory maps seasonal changes with remarkable precision, returning to traditional nesting sites when rains refill depressions with fresh vegetation. This mobility is crucial for survival, allowing ostriches to exploit transient abundance while avoiding overexploited regions. Social dynamics within groups further enhance survival. Dominant males patrol territories, signaling strength through vocal calls and elaborate displays. Females observe and respond, selecting mates with care, ensuring that the strongest genes perpetuate. Juveniles learn by observation, understanding both the rhythm of the savanna and the subtle cues of predators. In the vast openness, cooperation is often silent but indispensable, enabling the group to anticipate danger before it arrives. Predator interactions highlight the ostrich's dual reliance on awareness and strength. A stalking line triggers alarm calls, and the entire group may sprint in synchronized escape. Legs serve as both propulsion and weapon, delivering precise, powerful kicks capable of deterring even formidable carnivores. Unlike many birds, ostriches can engage threats directly when cornered, their anatomical adaptations offering defense rather than concealment. Nesting behavior is an intricate balance of exposure and strategy. Shallow ground nests are vulnerable to theft, predation, and environmental hazards. Dominant males guard territories fiercely, while females manage incubation shifts that optimize survival chances. Each egg carries immense reproductive investment, and parental vigilance reflects the stakes involved in sustaining the species. Hatching is only the beginning. Chicks must rapidly develop mobility, feeding competence, and predator awareness, mirroring the adult's reliance on agility and foresight. Environmental challenges are constant. Droughts, fires, and seasonal scarcity demand flexibility and endurance. Ostriches have evolved remarkable physiological adaptations. Their respiratory and circulatory systems support prolonged running, while metabolic efficiency allows them to withstand periods of limited water intake. Behavioral adaptations complement these physical traits. Strategic movement, selective foraging, and group cooperation maintain survival against adversity. Human activity increasingly shapes ostrich life. Agriculture fragments habitats, creating obstacles and altering predator-prey dynamics. Roads and settlements interrupt traditional movement corridors, while hunting and egg collection impose additional pressure. Yet ostriches display resilience, adapting to modified landscapes when sufficient resources remain. In some regions, captive breeding and sustainable farming programs have turned ostriches into both ecological participants and economic assets, reflecting a complex interplay between human use and conservation. Despite these pressures, ostriches remain emblematic of the savanna's enduring spirit. Their presence signals open, functioning ecosystems. Through speed, social coordination, and evolutionary specialization, they bridge the gap between vulnerability and dominance. Every stride across sun-baked plains is a testament to survival against the dual forces of predation and environmental uncertainty. The ostrich's daily life, searching for food, evading predators, maintaining social hierarchies, and reproducing, is a continuous exercise in balance. It embodies adaptation not through flight or concealment, but through strength, perception, and endurance. This approach ensures that, even in the presence of ever-present risks, the species maintains its place atop the terrestrial landscape, a giant among birds, grounded yet unyielding. The ostrich's story is deeply intertwined with human history. For centuries, humans have observed, hunted, and, more recently, sought to manage these giants. In early African societies, ostriches provided sustenance, hides, and feathers, integrated into cultural practices and survival strategies. Hunting was selective and localized, allowing populations to persist alongside human communities. With the rise of industrialization and large-scale agriculture, however, pressures increased. Habitat fragmentation reduced access to traditional foraging areas, while fencing and roads imposed new obstacles along ancient movement paths. The 20th century brought both peril and opportunity. Overhunting for feathers and meat, combined with habitat encroachment, drove declines in some regions. Populations that had once roamed widely now became concentrated in reserves and protected areas. Conservation programs emerged, focusing on habitat preservation and regulated breeding. Farmers and ecologists recognized the dual value of ostriches, economically as livestock and ecologically as keystone species. Sustainable ostrich farming became a model for balancing human needs with species preservation, demonstrating that coexistence is possible when planning considers both ecological and economic factors. Scientific research has revealed astonishing insights into ostrich biology. Detailed study of muscle composition, cardiovascular capacity, and thermoregulation illuminates how these birds achieve sustained high-speed running. Observations of nesting behavior, chick development, and social coordination offer lessons in cooperation, risk management, and survival strategy. These insights inform both conservation efforts and our understanding of evolutionary adaptation, highlighting the ostrich as a remarkable case study in terrestrial specialization. Human-induced environmental change continues to shape ostrich survival. Droughts intensified by climate change reduce water and vegetation availability, forcing birds to travel longer distances and expend more energy. Fires, both natural and anthropogenic, can destroy nesting sites, requiring rapid relocation and adaptation. Despite these challenges, ostriches have demonstrated resilience, adjusting migration patterns, exploiting artificial water sources, and incorporating human-altered landscapes into foraging strategies. Their flexibility is testament to an evolutionary heritage honed over millions of years, yet it is not unlimited. Continued environmental degradation poses cumulative risks that may exceed their capacity for adaptation. Ostriches also serve as sentinels of ecosystem health. Their presence, abundance, and behavior reflect the state of savanna and desert habitats. When populations decline, it signals underlying disruptions, overgrazing, predation imbalance, water scarcity, or human interference. Protecting ostriches, therefore, is not solely about the species itself but about maintaining ecological integrity. These birds are both indicators and participants, shaping plant distributions through seed dispersal, influencing predator behavior, and sustaining dynamic balance across landscapes. Modern conservation emphasizes the integration of human communities. Programs combine education, economic incentives, and habitat restoration to support ostrich populations while benefiting local people. This approach reinforces the species' survival, ensures long-term sustainability, and cultivates appreciation for a bird that is as impressive in size as it is in behavioral sophistication. It is a model that demonstrates how human intervention, when aligned with ecological knowledge, can mitigate centuries of impact. Yet, the ostrich's most compelling lessons remain behavioral. Flightlessness, gigantism, endurance, social coordination, and environmental awareness are not merely traits, they are strategies. Each decision to run, forage, display, or defend is shaped by evolutionary pressures, creating a complex, adaptable organism finely tuned to its environment. The combination of instinct, learning, and environmental interaction produces a creature both majestic and pragmatic, capable of thriving where others might falter. In essence, the ostrich embodies survival at scale, a flightless giant navigating a world of predators, shifting resources, and human influence. It is an organism defined by terrestrial mastery, biological precision, and ecological significance. Its story is not static, it evolves with each season, each generation, and each interaction with the rapidly changing African landscape. Observing the ostrich is to witness the convergence of evolutionary ingenuity, environmental constraints, and human impact in one living, moving testament to endurance. The ostrich concludes its story not merely as a bird of the savanna, but as a living symbol of adaptation, resilience, and ecological precision. Standing atop open plains, its towering frame and commanding presence reflect millions of years of evolutionary refinement, yet it is more than its size or speed. The ostrich is a linchpin in the ecosystems it inhabits, a keystone that influences vegetation patterns, seed dispersal, and predator-prey dynamics. Every step, every stride across the dry, sun-baked earth, is both survival and ecological engineering. In its interactions with humans, the ostrich illustrates both vulnerability and opportunity. Where overhunting, habitat destruction, or neglect once drove populations to decline, focused conservation, habitat restoration, and sustainable farming have enabled remarkable recovery. The bird's capacity to adapt to human-altered landscapes, artificial water sources, protected reserves, and managed breeding programs demonstrates evolutionary flexibility, yet these interventions underscore an enduring truth: survival is contingent upon environmental stability. Without clear water, open space, and safe nesting grounds, the ostrich cannot maintain its ecological dominance. The flightless giant's locomotion embodies the elegance of evolutionary compromise. Powerful legs propel its massive frame at astonishing speeds, while its balance and coordination allow for maneuverability across uneven terrain. Its eyes, wide and alert, scan horizons for both opportunity and danger, enabling anticipation rather than reaction. In combination, these traits have allowed the ostrich to survive predators, climate fluctuations, and human encroachment, not by evasion alone but through a mastery of energy, perception, and spatial awareness. Social dynamics enhance survival and reproduction. Dominant males oversee territories, communicate through posture, and court with elaborate displays, while females coordinate nesting and incubation to maximize offspring survival. Chicks rapidly acquire skills essential for independent life, running, foraging, and predator recognition. Each generation internalizes the lessons of survival, translating instinct into practiced competence, ensuring continuity across centuries. The ostrich's ecological role extends beyond individual survival. By regulating plant growth through grazing and distributing seeds across vast territories, it shapes the savanna itself. By serving as prey for apex predators, it reinforces natural population checks. Its life is a study in balance, illustrating how a species can be both resilient and precise, powerful yet vulnerable, specialized yet adaptable. The ostrich exemplifies the intricate dance of life, a testament to evolutionary strategy executed at the scale of the terrestrial realm. Climate change, habitat loss, and human pressures remain formidable challenges. The ostrich's reliance on visibility, open space, and stable food sources renders it sensitive to rapid environmental shifts. Yet the species persists, demonstrating that adaptation, flexibility, and ecological awareness can allow survival even in altered landscapes. Its continued presence signals functional ecosystems, reflecting not just the bird itself, but the health of the environments it inhabits. Watching an ostrich sprint across a sun-drenched plain, one perceives a synthesis of endurance, strategy, and instinct. Its life, though grounded, is a narrative of constant negotiation with the environment, a story of challenges met with precision, risks managed with strength, and survival achieved through adaptation. In every stride, the ostrich communicates the principles that define its existence: power, balance, vigilance, and the unyielding rhythm of life on the open plains. In the end, the ostrich does not simply survive. It commands, shapes, and endures, a living monument to the extraordinary possibilities of evolutionary design. Its legacy is written across the savanna, in every footprint and nest depression, in every seed dispersed, and in every predator encounter. The ostrich teaches that mastery comes not from dominion over all, but from the relentless, precise alignment of form, behavior, and environment. In its flightless grandeur, the ostrich remains an emblem of terrestrial excellence, a sentinel of balance, and a testament to the enduring artistry of nature.